One protein that we use throughout the restaurant is definitely the tuna. All like we start since day one. The bluefin tuna is the protein that we've been using since day one. So when you look at it over here, this is the true belly part of it. You get all the otoro and chutoro from here, and this is the lean part of the tuna. So it has more texture, a little bit more irony, but it does have more textures that when you're looking for when you're creating a dish, like definitely it's just to have different purpose between fatty tuna and lean tuna.
Each tuna they cut into 4 different loins. This is the shoulder, the back part. What you're gonna get from this is akami, which is the lean part, and then chutoro, a little bit on the bottom side. Right here, this gray part is the bloodline. Don't worry, we cut that part out. And then you get 2 of the bellies. This is where, this is the part that people go for the most prized part. That's where you get the otoro and the chutoro as well, with a little bit of the akami. King of tunas is definitely the bluefin tuna. Because of its fat content, size, yeah. And then this part right here, the back loin, is mainly akami, like I said. Like Daniel said, we use it for the maguro crudo, sashimi, nigiri. Chutoro is probably my favorite part of the nigiri. It's a balance between fat and lean. Not just gonna be all that fatty richness. And then the belly part over here, you really can't see much of it. It's wrapped up right now, but usually we'll section it off and then cut it into sakus and use that for nigiri as well. This tuna was 475 pounds, a little on the smaller side. They usually get anywhere for us around like that 5 to 650 pound range. If it's gonna be this size, we will probably go through about 1.5 of these to 2 a week. But when they usually get the bigger size, you'll see more fat content in the akami part, and then the toro.
Right here in this section is my favorite part. When it comes to like too close to the head and too close to the belly, to me it gets like too fatty. So like almost like right here at this section is my favorite section. Like it has like good mixture of fat content and a lot of good texture.
How we break it down between all the restaurants is basically we'll break down the back loin into sections. I usually use 8 fingers, and that's one. And then we do that on the whole part. So each restaurant will get like 2 blocks of these. They'll use that for their nigiri, maguro crudo, or sashimi. Any of the parts that have a little bit too much muscle or sinew, we'll scrape it, get all that muscle out. That's part that's not edible, and then we'll put that in all the rolls or hand rolls that we use. So anything usually from around this side is gonna be a little too tough and too much muscle. That's the tail, right? He uses it to swim. We'll manually scrape all of that, get all the sinew out, all the muscle out, to where all you're getting is just pure bluefin tuna meat itself. And then when it comes to this part, the main restaurants that use this, of course Handy's does it as well for the sashimi, the belly part, but Aiko, Doko, Kokoro, and Himari, they will use this belly. So Kokoro and Himari shares one belly, Doko and Aiko share one belly as well. Same thing goes part of the tail. They manually scrape that, get all the muscle, sinew out, so where you're just left with pure meat. We'll clean it and we'll trim off the parts that aren't usable, but in order to really see the fat and everything and the breakdown of it all, we have to really cut into it itself. But this is part of the collar area, right where the neck is. So you can cut part of this part out, and this is like the prize part too. Usually we save that for the sushi bar. Sushi bar regulars or guests that they'll ask for, or that we have regulars of, we'll give it to them as well for otoro. As you can tell right now, it's freshly cut this morning, so like that deep red color is there. But once oxygen hits, it blooms. It's gonna be more of that vibrant red eventually after a couple hours of oxygen exposure. So this is the collar I was telling you about in the front part of this belly right here. So these guys are professionals. What they do is they cut it to the point where the collar is left on this. So when we get it, we receive the collar. All of this, you can also go back and use this meat as well. It has a lot more muscle. You can use it for cooking. Over here is where the collar is, the meat that would sit in there. I mean, this is a very small tuna compared to what we usually get. Like you get a collar, it's like a freaking gigantic C. So this is like a lowercase C. Like I said, we run through about 1.5 of these a week. So probably go about 500 pounds at least a week between the locations and growing. So this is our favorite tuna. I have a garden in my backyard, and once every quarter I'll come here and I'll grab the bones. This is all the bones and trim. We'll usually scrape this, but I usually use this for a compost in my garden.
I usually come over here and make out with tuna.
This is what the Balfago Spanish bluefin tunas come in. They come in, usually they're head off already, just so that way they save on weight for freight. Also, and then the size of the box itself. It's hard to tell on camera, but that thing is like a coffin. Bigger than a coffin, for sure.
We have some salmon going on over here.
They also process salmon for other restaurants in Houston. You guys can scoot up a little bit if you like. Nothing wrong with this salmon at all. It's a great salmon, but we use masu, which is ocean trout, and Big Glory Bay king salmon. So yeah, these guys are processing fish. We don't know for who. We won't disclose that out, but these guys are professionals.
Way faster than what I do.
We're gonna head into the other room, which has all of the Toyosu Japanese wild fish and other goodies in here. So come on in.